Hello, today I want to tell you the story of a car from the East Germany, of one of the symbols of that country, the Trabant. Let's begin. After the Second World War, Germany was divided into the West Germany and East Germany. West Germany was controlled by USA, Great Britain and France, and East Germany was controlled by USSR. Since all car manufacturers have stayed in West Germany, in East there was basically no car production. And so, in 1953, the development of a new car has begun. It was called Trabant, which in English means shuttle. In 1957, the car was done and the production has begun. At the start, Trabant was a pretty decent car for its time. It had a nice design, some good features and some nice off-road capabilities, but this car had a thing in it that was great and horrible at the same time. It was its engine. A two-cylinder engine that was super reliable and simple at first, but at the same time, it was just horrendously slow. This car couldn't even reach 100 kilometers per hour. The top speed of this car was 90 kilometers per hour, but you could only reach it when you would wait for 38 seconds, and then you needed to catch the right wind blowing direction. And you also needed to drive down the hill, then it would reach the top speed. But for East Germans, that was not even a little problem. This was the only car that an average German could afford at that time. Cars like Wartburg, Volgas, Skodas and Zastavas have costed so much, that if you weren't a famous person and a really high-status one, you couldn't just simply afford one. And when you had the money to buy a Trabant, you needed to wait in a queue for around 5 to 15 years, to get your car. But people from East Germany still love Trabant. Many movies have been filmed about this car, many people have dreamed to get one, and just overall, people loved it. This car was the symbol of this era, and Trabant had fitted in this role perfectly. But that wasn't until the car was starting to get older and older. In West Germany, the cars have been upgrading rapidly, and a car from 1957 and a car from 1989 weren't similar at all. But in East Germany, that was not the case. This car has stayed the same for almost 40 years. And that wasn't because engineers didn't want to make a new model. It was because the government just simply didn't allow to upgrade Trabant. During that time, in all communist states, you needed a permission to build or upgrade a car if you owned a car company. People were starting to hate this car. It was just getting tremendously old. And so when the Berlin Wall was teared down in 1989 and Germany has finally reunified, the production of the Trabant has stopped, forever. Right now, Trabant is a symbol of nostalgia. For people who were born and raised in East Germany, it reminds of the time then they were young and fresh, and the time when they have finally got their first car, Trabant. Thanks for watching, goodbye.